Victoria's Crafty Room, coming to you live today, April the 5th, 2021. Flosstube number 73. Sorry I've been MIA for the month of March, because I guess that'll be my March thing. March MIA. Oh well. Been busy, just had things to do, just didn't really feel like doing a Flosstube. I apologize for not coming and checking with you. I did have some people looking for me, wanted to make sure everything was okay, and everything's fine. I just didn't do it. I also felt like sometimes I just felt like I didn't have anything to show, Been doing all these WIPGOs and message board, keeping up with stuff and all that, and I got wrapped up in it, trying to keep up with it. In March, I just kind of slacked off a little bit and tried to focus on certain things, right? Just kind of reel it in a little bit and focus on certain things. So, I'm going to do this one a little different. I'm going to show you my purchases. Thank you for coming with me today. Thank you for sitting here through this goodie stuff and mess stuff, or, my personal life or whatever. I appreciate you sitting with me for a little while. I didn't do much decorating for March. I had a couple of gnomes, and I did do my little March little tree in the foyer and decorated it with the little lights and money stuff, and it did fine, and that was about it. I did have some little lights up here, some little March lights, clovers, and that's about it. So I didn't I didn't do a whole lot. Easter came and went. I did decorate for Easter. I did have a few things out. I don't have any cross-stitch items completed. I got a whole drawer of stuff over there I need to finish. So I think I'm going to have a finish day weekend or something, so I can show you some finishes that proves that I have been stitching. So actually this video is going to be March wrap up of what's been going on in March and what I plan to do in April. So yay, stick along. My purchases, just to head you up, I actually went to Hobby Lobby and I purchased two of these 14 count Ada black. And the reason I'm doing these is because I intend to do all of the Priscilla and Chelsea's Trucking Along series, the Stitching with the Housewives. I want to do all of those Trucking Alongs. Me and my friend Lisa. Hey, Lisa! We have gotten together on those, and we're purchasing them, and we're going to do all of them. And now we're getting together. We're going to do the new series that she's got going, crafty calendar, and I'm going to forget, because that's what Flosstube's all about. We forget things, right? I'm going to pull up a picture. It is, that's February. Oh, I'm up too far. I did not do that. Calendar crates. This new little thing that she's got going now, calendar crates. If you haven't seen them, you're behind the times, I guess. Just purchased my board today from Hobby Lobby. It is on sale. It's like $30 off. It's a $60 item, so it's like $30 off. So it's a very good deal. So now's the time to get it, is this week. So you need to go get that. I plan on stitching the whole thing and stitching the extra pieces, the extra little piece at the bottom that goes with it. Gotta have plans, right? Gotta have a plan. So anyway, I got these for that, and I also got these for the mugs. I love to do the little mugs. I've only gotten one done that my friend Vicky, she kind of altered a little bit and made a fall one. So she loaned me her design on that, and I made the little fall mug. So I plan on doing them. And I did purchase, all my purchase things are, I did get in the monthly series for the to order the calendar crates. I'm excuse me, because I'm going to use my own material here. I just ordered the chart, just to have the charts drop shipped here, and I'm just going to go with that because I think that's good enough. The mug series, oh, the last little mug I got was so cute. I just got it ordered. It was I ordered Lucky Day little mug, and then I ordered the Love mug, and I ordered the February Trucking Along. So, yeah, see, there's my purchase thing. I ordered all of those. So, yeah, I'm trying to get several of the little Lucky Day mugs, and any of the mugs, rather, because I have a coffee bar, buffet type table with my coffee maker and tea maker all on it, and then it's backed up on a wall, and there's nothing on the wall. So I'm always trying to put something decorative on the wall. I'm not a big decorator. I just shove it in a spot and go for it. But I'm learning. We just moved in this new house, so I'm trying to decorate it a little bit. I do have 2 cross-stitch things hanging in my foyer and in my hallway. So a Lori Holt, the country cottage stitch, I've got that hanging, and then my piece that I did a round robin swap on with several ladies up in Atlanta. So I do have that. I would love to do another round robin stitchy thing. So if somebody wants to come up with something, you know, while us Georgia ladies, let's do something again. I really enjoyed that. That was hosted by Liz and Deb, Country Stitchers. So I wish we could do something similar for the Georgia Stitchers again. I had a good time with that. I really did. It was fun. Okay. Sidetrack. Squirrel. Right? Squirrel? Speaking of, I don't have a squirrel, but I got a mama robin out there that's, she has made her nest, and I watched her make her nest when I was sewing, and she's had a couple of baby eggs come up, and now she's got sitting. So she's been sitting, and hopefully I was hoping, let me get this off my screen. I was hoping that we would have baby chicks by Easter, but that didn't work out. So anyway, but she's still sitting, and I keep an eye on her, make sure she's okay. I do throw a little food, a little bread out there, but she will go eat on the bird feeders in the backyard. So she will do that. So, okay. Don't think I got back with you. I'm not for sure if I did get back with you or not. I went to Marietta with my hubby and was going to meet up with Lorraine. Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine and her hubby couldn't make it. Something else had come up that was definitely more important. But I did purchase at the Tiny Stitches store. She was telling me about some fabric up there. I got some 28 count antique ivory. It's real pretty. I probably should have took it out of the pack. But it's real pretty. 28 count fabric. It's Zweigart. I like that. And then I got another Zweigart 28 count Mystic Gray. So with the gray, see? Looks good, huh? So actually what I ended up doing with the gray, I found a chart that needed to go with it. This was going to be my Easter chart, which I never did start, but I found some perfect fabric to go with it. Look at that. I mean, talk about perfect match, right? The call for said olive green, Zweigart 28 count olive green, and this just so happens to be Mystic Gray, but I tell you what, that couldn't be a better match than anything. So I had got that kitted up, and you know, it's going to go along with the stash of One Day to Start and all of my things to start. So this one I haven't matched it up with anything yet. Haven't found anything yet. So that was my 2 purchases from Tiny Stitches. Got that going. I'm in the club for the fabric of the month, and I think I showed the fabric that I got with Crazy Annie's. I'm in with Crazy Annie's, the classic color work threads and fabric. I showed January's fabric. February's has shipped. And this one is, I'm not for sure which one this is. Doggone, I'm going to mark these. I can't remember. I think this may be the first one. These are, look at that. real pretty grays and green colors, antique lace, garden trellis, tartan plaid, Dublin bay, green onion, and barrel cactus. So I'm trying to get me a collection of some of these threads. I don't know if they'll show up. I put the sheet paper behind. Yeah, that looks a little better. Everybody worries about lighting and stuff. Sometimes lighting on this camera just don't do justice anyway. It's got a little greeny gray tint. Doesn't do justice anyway because of the camera's going to show its own little color anyway. And then that was something. And then maybe this was the February. I know I didn't show the February because I couldn't have because we were didn't do Flosstube in March. So I don't think I showed you this. This is my February. Real gorgeous looking pinks. Light pinks. Might be perfect for something on the Easter chart. Little pink peony, secondhand rose, house wine, Miss Madeleine, pink champagne, and spun sugar. So these are really pretty colors. I love these. So that was a nice thing coming in the mail. Like I said, February fabric is shipped or shipping. Yeah, shipping today. Today's Monday. Monday the 5th. That's right. School started back. Did I tell you that? Oh, I was on spring break last week. Oh, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. I did not want to go back to work today. Anyway, I believe I showed y'all this at one time. I had purchased this from Jen Upton. She was selling this one out. I got the Halloween Quaker and the Christmas Quaker. So with this, I've been wanting to get the fabric for it. And I had a hard time trying to figure out where to get it. But I wanted to support as best as I could. So I supported to Garon Stitchery. Got in touch with Ronnie and Gary. And they were selling this call for fabric. And it's called Murky. Murky's a hot item for this chart, or probably any chart. I love this. This is a 28 count, 18 by 27. This will fit it just good. Gary worked with me on the size. I didn't want to go to 32. 28's pretty good, so I went with 28. Picture this plus. That's what they had in stock. So I got this from Gary and Ronnie. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. It's gorgeous fabric. Thank you for carrying that. I got to get the threads. Threads are a lot of the classic color work threads. So I don't have many of them. I don't know if I'm going to do it in that or do it in DMC. I got to check with Gary and see what Gary's using for his. So in the picture it looks like a gray color, but you know how photo ops are. It depends on how this is done, and this is going to have the white and the black and the orange. It's just going to jump, jump, jump. Haven't decided if I want to do the DMC or the classic color works yet. I'll check DMC. If I have all the DMC, I'll just run with it because I've got DMC. I may just run with it on that. So I did get this from the guys. Gary, thank you. Jen, thank you. I appreciate that. That was awesome. I also got from Jen Upton a couple of little things that she was selling out when she had a D-stash sale. This one is Little House Needleworks Doghouse Sampler. He's so cute. Cute, 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 cute. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to make this for my little grand dogs. I'm going to put Jason, June, and make them one for their names and give them to my daughter. So I got this one from her. And then she had a cute little dimensions kit. I think she said the fabric. Yeah, the fabric's not in here. The threads is in here. The some finishing fabric and the wire and all that. But it's a gorgeous little cardinal. Like I said, I got a mama cardinal out here. So I'm going to stitch this one and hang it up in here in my room somewhere. So, Jen, thank you again for these. I appreciate that. You had a wonderful little stash sale. I was glad to be a part of that, and I'm glad I could actually get some things from you from that. So, I appreciate it. March stitching. I don't have my tablet in here. I have I bought a tablet, put Pattern Keeper on it, then the trial thing expired. I purchased the full version of it so I could continue on because I'm working on my Chloe. These would be whips. These are March whips that I worked on because they were called in WIPGO, and the WIPGO number was number 10 and number 24. So if you're playing in WIPGO, that's the two numbers that were called there. And if you're wondering, I'm looking at my planner. I got everything wrote down in my planner, and I'm looking at March. So, yay. So my whip there was Chloe Love. I just titled it Chloe Love. I've been working on that. I've actually done more than the stitches that I've got counted. I think I gave up counting because I messed up somewhere and I had to take some out, and then I recounted, and the tablet pulled one number. So I'm just kind of, whatever it is, and I've got 1,032 stitches. I think there's more than that. If it is, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. That's fine. No, I'm not going to sweat it. But for Chloe, this is where she's coming in at. It's hard to tell anything about it because it's such a hodgepodgey piece, and it's kind of all over the place at the moment. But if you can kind of visualize, this right here should be her nose, if I'm not mistaken. Right under her nose. The color in here should be her tongue. See how that looks right there? And then this up in here are her eyes, and then I think actually her nose is like right in here somewhere. Maybe a little further down. I can't really tell. But anyway, this is Chloe. So I'm working on that. I've put her up this month. I probably will pull it out. I'm going to try to get a go in some of my WIPGO pieces that were called for the month of April. So I'm really trying to hammer down in that. Also in the month of January, I worked on my January gnome. This guy right here, me and my daughter got in this club. There's January, February. There's one every month. I haven't seen April yet. So it's gnome of the month. Sal, or not yeah, I guess it could be a Sal, but I'm nowhere near saling as fast as some of these other people, man. Some of these people, they have stitched every month and completed it every month and all that. And I'm just like, I don't know how you people do it, but they are doing it. I was going to pull it for you so you could see. Is that her? Yeah. Gnome. It's a mystery gnome. She's on Etsy. Cross stitch for everyone. That's the logo. That's the logo there. Cross stitch for everyone. And you pay one fee. It's $18. You pay $18 and she sends you the chart every month. So Christy, I want to say her name was Christy. I can't remember what her name is. I apologize. So I apologize for that. But anyway, a lot of these people have really just gone crazy on this. So my January gnome, and I know the stitch count is not right on this because I've also got this loaded in my Pattern Keeper, but I've got 475, and I think I can tell by looking at this, there's more than 475 here. Pattern Keeper is probably more accurate, and the next time I lost count, and it is what it is, whatever. I try to keep up with my counts because I just kind of want to know. So I will be working on this more later. It's kind of confetti heavy. It's confetti-ish. It's not real confetti heavy, but that's what makes it so pretty. Just like Chloe's piece, it makes it so pretty when you can do it all up in the right colors and that kind of stuff. So this has been neat. And again, that's another reason why I need that 14 count Aida. This is on 14 count Aida, and I have stitched this in the bus and good light, and I have stitched it at home with something behind it, and it's worked out fine. So stitching on black is not that big a deal. It's not that hard. The number that was called for my WIPGO was number 10 for the month of March, and my number 10 was Pride and Prejudice. And for the life of me, I had the hardest time trying to figure out what in the world and who in the world was these initials. I was like, whose initials is this? I just do not understand this. I don't no. Well, duh. It's the characters. It's the characters in the books and the movie and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, duh. Because I was thinking, who am I going to put on this? Whose initials? It's the characters' initials. So, okay. Got that together. Well, oh, I had it all together. I didn't know that. But anyway, I got a little more further along than I thought I would. But here's this. Got the top part done, then I'll start the words here, and then that's the top part border, and then I'll start the rest of the border going down. The border is like a repeat border. It's not that bad. It's kind of, you know, swapping colors in and out and that kind of stuff. It's not too bad. This is also stitched on some 14 count Aida, and because that's what I had when I started it, and it's going fine, and I really like it. The colors are beautiful. Love the peach and the greens and the light gold colors. But, yeah, when I get through with this, it's not going to be too big. Probably down in here somewhere. Right in there, maybe. But I like this. It's a very easy stitch. And, you know, when you get on them borders, it's kind of mindless a little bit. You can stitch with it and stay with it, and it no big deal. So that was number 10 that was called on my WIPGO for the month of March. Oh, and the stitches, did I tell you the stitches I got in that? Stitches in that is 1,105. And I know that's accurate because I don't have that loaded in Pattern Keeper. I've got that as a printout chart that she sent to us. So I probably could go back and put it in Pattern Keeper, but I don't know how much you could keep in Pattern Keeper. Anybody who has Pattern Keeper, y'all need to let me know. Is there a limited amount that you can put in Pattern Keeper, or I don't know. Let me know. If you know, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Then the other WIPGO piece that I had was WIPGO number 24, and my number 24 was Heartstring Samplery, Coffee Saves Lives. I did start working on this. I got my stitches in for No New Starts. So all of these are on my No New Starts Facebook group as well. So trying to stick with that, trying to get some stuff finished. I've had these started for quite a while, and I haven't done anything with them. So this is stitched on some 18 count Aida from Color and Cotton. Yeah, that looks more like it. It's pretty. It's got some shading in it, you know, a little bit in there. But I got one alphabet, and then I'm fixing to do Coffee Saves Lives part, which runs right across the middle of the chart. So I've been going it pretty good with that. This is very easy to stitch as well. I've stitched in the bus with this. I just took this in the bus and I had to take it out. Actually, when I parked the bus on spring break, I got out of the bus and left it, you know, and then I was like, I got to go back to the bus shop because we had to put our buses in the shop over spring break week. And I said, I got to go back to the shop and get my cross stitch. I left it on the bus, and they're going to spray. And they spray for, you know, that crazy mess. So they sprayed the buses, and I was like, oh, I got to go back and get it. So I had to turn around and go back and get my cross stitch because I didn't want to leave it on the bus for, actually it was a week in a couple of days because we were out of school on, oh no, we went to school on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We didn't have school Monday and Tuesday because Monday was a holiday, and then Tuesday we had a bad storm come through. So yeah, we didn't do it those 2 days. But anyway, on Coffee Saves Lives, it says I got 653 stitches. So I'm proud of that. That's you know, it's not a whole lot, but it is something, and it is what it is. So I've got that written down in my planner, and oh my goodness, let's see, we had spring break. I did some spring cleaning. It was my oldest daughter's birthday. She had a birthday. I got to do some live stitching, and hanging out with the Georgia Stitchers from a Georgia Stitchy group. Then I got to do some more stitching with Lisa and Wendy. We got to stitch together virtually. What else did I do? I cleaned up. And then I took a couple of days off because Matt and Kristen went camping and they took the baby dogs with them. We had that storm come through, tore up Noonan, Georgia, town north of us. The storm was terrible. Had a tornado. Noonan High School is shut down till the end of the year, if you don't know that. My friend that goes to church with us, he drives for that county. And, yeah, Noonan High School is out. It tore the high school up. And it tore that whole area up. My husband worked from home the whole spring break. Yay! I got him at home all week. He didn't want to take vacation days with me, so he got to stay at home anyway because his plant didn't have power. They didn't have Wi-Fi. It was a mess. It was a mess. So Kristen and Matt were going to go to Tennessee, but that storm that came across, it just stayed in Tennessee. The weather and the storms and all that stayed north, so they ended up going south to Jacksonville and visited with our Aunt Loretta and Uncle Steve down there and visited with them. They took the dogs with them, so me and the Hubs had some time off, so we enjoyed that. Personal life stuff's getting in here too. Me and the Hubs went out to eat to a new Vietnamese restaurant, so we got to do that. And let me see, my goodness, then we're moving on into April. Woohoo! April Fools came and went, getting ready for some Easter eggs, and then April the 3rd was mine and my husband's 34th anniversary. Yay! 34 years. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And then April the 4th, Easter. Hope you had a wonderful Easter. So, yes, it's just been busy, busy, busy. March was busy. It's crazy busy, which I like it kind of busy. It's okay. No big deal. Tomorrow's my husband's birthday, so he has a birthday tomorrow. My birthday's coming up on the 22nd. So we did it all up. When we take a vacation, we try to take it during the spring break week, which usually fell during April. So we could take our anniversary, our birthday, and his birthday and my birthday all in the same week and just have a whole week full of it. So we've kind of did that, and it is what it is. Now, the April WIPGO numbers that got called were, I don't know and I don't know. Let me look back at my camera. I took a picture of them. April WIPGO number 21 and number 3. And I don't have it marked right here. Number 21 and number 3. Number 21. Well, let's start with number 3. Number 3, no, 21. 21 was my Queen's Garden. I'm going to write it down. WIPGO number 21 and WIPGO number 3. Because if I don't, I'll forget it. All right. WIPGO number 21 was my pool was the Scarlet House. The Queen's Garden. I started doing some stitches on this because I had to have so many stitches in it for no new starts. This I'm stitching on a piece of 36 count something. I don't know what it is. 36 count. I got it at Keepsakes up in Ohio during the last Stitch Con. So I've got some start in here and not a lot. But I got to get working on this. This is very easy to stitch on, believe it or not, for it being a 36 count. I am very pleased with it. I've got a John James petite needle, and we are good to go. I mean, it's been good. I've really enjoyed that. I didn't think I'd like it, but Lisa in Atlanta, Wellburn, Greenwell. Oh man, oh Lisa, I'm so sorry. She loaned me and actually gave me a petite needle, and this is it. I still have it, and I've been using it. I like it on this material. It's very easy to stitch with, and then when you get close to short on thread, or you can get those threads right in there. So anyway, that's my stitch on the Scarlet House, Queen's Garden. I'm gonna focus. I've got some focus pieces that I'm gonna focus on for the month of April, because I'm gonna try to monogamous stitch a little bit and stick with it. Try to get something finished. You know, I haven't finished anything. Well, I did a couple little things, but they're small. But I got bigger pieces, so I want medium-sized pieces, so I want to finish. My number 3 was Hands on Design. God shed His grace on thee. I've had some boo-boos with this. I started too high up on my fabric, so this is not going to fit. And I think I'm just going to put mine at the bottom. And I actually thought about putting it across with the flowers. So stitching that and then coming back and stitching my flowers. So it'll look like the flowers are growing up, but that may be a little too busy because the flowers are kind of, you know, you want them to stand out. So I don't know. I may actually have to just put it across the bottom, which is fine because I didn't allow myself enough room. This is on a piece of scrap fabric. It's a 32 count. This is the height of it right here, but the top of the G comes like a half an inch from the top, and it's too close. I've already stitched it and tried it, and it's not going to work. So anyway, well, I've been working on this pretty rapidly since the first of, I started it the 28th of March. I believe that's when it was. And I haven't counted any of my stitches because I had the correct amount for no new starts. So from there, I'm going to continue and just add on and put on to my April stitch count tracker that I got it on. And the only 2 things I have on here is the Queen's Garden and this. So this is stitching really easy. It's 32, like I said, it's 32 count something. I don't know what it is. So I've been enjoying this, and apologize for the wrinkles. I'm not a presser or ironer till I get finished, because I'm handling that stuff for a long time. So I want to work on this. This is kind of a monogamous type stitching here. So it is what it is. And if you notice behind me, I took a charm pack and gave my attempt at a little mini quilt. And here's the back. And I know there's some lines that are not cool, but I don't care. I have it actually hanging on my my craft room door. So I have some batting in there. And then I did patchwork type stitching on it. Let me see if I can get it out. I got it hanging on a big long crochet needle. So anyway, it's not perfect, but it's perfect to me. I had a hard time cutting down my little squares, and when I got them cut down, I don't know, they started getting off when I was trying to sew them together. So I'm learning that when you sew smaller things, sew them while they're big and then cut them. That's the best thing. I put the binding on. It is a binding. It's not the backing. There's the back. It's not the backing part at all. So I put the binding on it. It did okay. I'm proud of it. I made a little mini quilt. And it's okay. No problem at all. So, yeah, I'm proud of that. I like it. I'll just set it right here. So, yeah, I worked on that. Like I said, then I'm working on my stitchy stuff. And then I had a couple purchases. And then I'm going to go with that. I'm going to try to do some monogamous April stitching on Memorial Day. And the Queen's Garden. Get those stitched up. And like everything else, I know there's something else that I need to tell you about, but I can't remember what it was. I don't have anything in the floor. Oh, yeah. I don't know if y'all have an Aldi's or not. Let me get this. I have an Aldi's near me, and I did go shopping during spring break, and I found this. This is like a plus, super plus for me. I have one and I've been using it. What this is has bobbins in here that go in the sewing machine, as well as the top. So you got your bottom thread and your top thread that matches in all colors. every color you could think of right here. This was a fantastic buy. It was $3.99. $2.99? $3.99? I didn't know how cheap it was. I saw the sign, but they also had some little small sewing kits. So I thought, man, it's probably for that. I'm going to get up to the front and it's going to be like $15.99, right? No, it was $2.99 or $3.99 at Aldi. You know how they have so many things and then they do away with it and all that? Well, I wish I had bought several of these because these would have made perfect gifts for a sewer. I mean, just perfect. I went back 2 days later and I couldn't find them. They were gone. So I figured, yep, I missed out. I apologize, y'all. Man, y'all need to keep an eye on little things like this at Aldi's. I was really, so this was another purchase. Everything I purchased sewing related. So, but yes, y'all should have got in on that. If you didn't, maybe your Aldi's has it now. I don't know, but I was stinking ecstatic when I found out how cheap that thing was. And I was like, are you kidding me? So, okay, I guess I'm going to get off of here. My little mama bird's back. I took a picture of her. I don't know if you can see her in her nest. She's so cute. I got a picture of her in her nest. I'm not for sure if it's, well, I must have sent it to my daughter. I did. I sent it to my daughter. So, I'm going to see if you can see it in here. She's sitting, and I keep a check on her and make sure she's okay. Nothing happened to it. She's being sweet. I'm looking forward to them little baby birds popping out of there. Well, I thought I took a picture of her. Maybe I didn't. I forgot who I took a picture of. Maybe it was the Hubs. My dogs sit a lot for my little granddogs too, so they come over. I send pictures to their mom and daddy and all that. I don't see it, so I don't know who I sent the baby bird to. Anyway, oh, I do have one cool picture. I'm gonna post it on Facebook, but this was a picture I posted yesterday when I picked up my school bus. This was my view out of my window. All the buses are parked on the lot. That's just my row. Isn't that weird? That's just my row. So, yeah, we all jam up in there. I think the last I heard there's like 142 or 143 buses. It may be more than that because we've got some new ones too. So, yeah, we get them all in there and we jam them up when we have to park. So I took that picture and I'm going to post that on Facebook in a minute. But anyway, thank you for visiting with me today. Like I said, I got a few new purchases and I've got things I've got to get to stitching on. I got charts coming. Well, I got them in my email from Priscilla and Chelsea, and I got to get them printed out and get them, you know how we do. We bag them up and put our thread and stuff with them as much as we can and go from there. So, yeah, I gotta get some of that. And, I don't know if y'all have ever done this. I did a list. This is the Trucking Along series. I went through there and counted the threads that are needed in that thing, and every one of them, January through December. And their thread calling for was Classic Colorworks. So I wrote down, every time I pulled a chart, electronically, all of mine are PDFs, so I pulled the chart and I marked the actual thread color. Then I went back and added them up, and if I added everything right, there's 91, there's some on the back, there's 91 threads that are needed for that whole series. Mind you, there are duplicates. The bamboos are duplicates, some greens, there's duplicates in there. But if you bought the threads and bagged up each one of those charts for each month, where they had their fresh thread and their brand new thread pack and all that kind of stuff, there's 91. I added that up. And I know people do things different, and that's why people like me like to buy charts, but not like to buy all that thread. That's why we're in clubs to get those threads. So if there's 91, and you got to go to Hobby Lobby, and I think Hobby Lobby is 60 cents a skein now, that's $54, $55 in thread for just DMC. Think about it. 91 threads for $1.79 skeins. I don't know. I'm just basically, no, it's not. It's $2.50 mostly is your go-to for classic colorworks, right? I think. That times 91 is $227 just for thread. That's not counting the $10 to $12 pattern, and that's not counting the fabric. So people, ooh, y'all, I don't know if y'all ever keep up with how much you're really spending on these things. So that's why I use DMC, because it is cheaper. It's just as pretty, especially for something like those charts, because there's so much of a big block of color. Granted, there are some pieces in there that might look better, I'm sure, with the variegation in it. You know, if you got a good solid chunk somewhere to have a variegation thread. But with me, I just can't. I have to go the cheap way, but I'm getting some threads in the, the floss of the month thing. So I'm trying my hand at that. But keep in mind, 91 threads if you buy one for each kit and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, food for thought. All right, I'm going to jump off of here. Hope y'all have a wonderful week. Hope you had a great Easter. And, let me see, May the 24th, school is out. How many more weeks have I got left? Oh, my goodness, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. 7 and a half. And I think we got another day off coming up in there somewhere. I want to say mid-April or something. Yep, there was the schools out. I just saw it. We got tax day coming up. Hope you got your taxes done. Yeah, I think we got one day off somewhere in there, and the rest of it we're not. So anyway, May the 26th is the last day of school here. So anywho, y'all have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. And thank you again for coming. Thank you for liking and subscribing and hanging in with me this week. And I apologize for not getting with you in March. And hopefully I'll catch back up with you some more in April and have you something else to look at. Y'all have a wonderful time, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.